Hello, my name is Jon Stewart. I do not think J.K. Rowling is anti-Semitic.
I cannot believe I'm about to do this segment, but here we go. So Jon Stewart is now slamming media outlets and the general public who said that he was calling J.K. Rowling and the Harry Potter series anti-Semitic after his comments on his podcast, The Problem with Jon Stewart. So let's start with Jon's own words on his podcast.
Here's how you know like Jews are still where they are. Talking to people, what I say is, have you ever seen a Harry Potter movie? And people are all like, I love the Harry Potter movies. Like, you ever see the scenes in Gringotts Bank? And they're like, I love the scenes in Gringotts Bank. He's like, do you know what those folks that run the bank are? And they're like, what? And they're like, Jews. Let me show you this from, it's the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. I just want to show you a caricature. And they're like, oh, look at that. That's from Harry Potter. And you're like, no, that's a caricature of a Jew from an anti-Semitic piece of literature. J.K. Rowling was like, can we get these guys to run our bank?
So now Jon has taken issue with people saying that he was calling the series anti-Semitic after he said that the goblins in the series appear to be based on images from anti-Semitic material. Now, Jon might want to have a talk with his social media manager because the thumbnail on the segment on YouTube said the anti-Semitism of Harry Potter. Let's repeat that. His podcast was advertising it as a segment talking about the anti-Semitism in Harry Potter. And now Jon is taking issue with the media, labeling his comments as him talking about the anti-Semitism in Harry Potter. Does that sound as ridiculous to you as it does to me? Come on, Jon, you're better than this. Okay, so let's go through Jon's comments today as he talked about this.
If you remember, like a month ago, I recorded one of the podcasts with Henrik and Jay. We did that a month ago. A month ago, a day ago, a year ago, an hour ago. It doesn't change your words, Jon. Just because it took people some time, and that time was the holidays, to pick up on what you said, doesn't change what you said. Here's the headline from Newsweek. Jon Stewart accuses J.K. Rowling, J.K. Rowling of anti-Semitism. So let me just say this. Like super clearly as I can, I did not accuse her of being anti-Semitic. I do not think that the Harry Potter movies are anti-Semitic. There is no reasonable person that could have watched it and not seen it as a lighthearted conversation amongst colleagues and chums, having a larf, enjoying ourselves about Harry Potter and my experience watching it for the first time in a theater as a Jewish guy, and how some tropes are so embedded in society that they're basically invisible, even in a considered process like movie making, right?
So yes, a reasonable person saw your comments as lighthearted. And notice that Jon doesn't say he was joking or he made it up. No, he says they were lighthearted, and that's how it was reported. I didn't see anyone say Jon Stewart angrily accuses J.K. Rowling of being anti-Semitic, or Jon Stewart is enraged at the anti-Semitism in Harry Potter. No, they reported as lighthearted. That's what you said. They reported your words. So I cannot believe he's trying to turn this around and say, it was made up and that's not what you said at all. That's what you said. And it's fascinating because this is what Jon Stewart used to do on The Daily Show. He's so brilliant at it, just putting people's words back to them. Just play it back to them. That's what you said. So yeah, you talked about the anti-Semitism in Harry Potter. And that's how it was reported, Jon. So I don't get what your issue is with. I don't understand how you're trying to twist this and say, oh, the media twisted your words. Nope. That's what you said, Jon. So yeah, it's really disappointing that Jon Stewart is not standing by his own words. But yeah, what do you think of this whole thing?